Can you believe it? I've been cheated buying beef so many times. I felt like a fool. And I'm going to share with you an interesting video on how not to be cheated and not to feel that pain. So come on in. We're backstage at the food company in Damansara here in Kuala Lumpur. As promised, I'm going to show you some of the things behind the scenes. Come on. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hi guys, remember when I told you that story about how I got cheated, and oh my god, I tell you, I can't believe it. All these years I think about it, I got cheated by buying beef. And I tell you something, I mean, now I laugh about it, but back in the day I was actually quite sad when I found out the truth. And so there's many different people that we used to buy from, and sometimes the beef would arrive, so we would be paying chilled rates, and chilled means air flown. Yeah, so there's chilled, which is air flown, and then there's frozen, which comes in containers where it's frozen. It takes a couple of months to arrive. So when we used to pay for chilled beef, which is like really premium beef, that means from the slaughter date it should be here within a month. And when we would see the quality of beef that comes, we wouldn't be able to judge, right? So we would assume, oh yeah, we're paying for this chilled nice slab of beef. But actually this beef slab would be frozen. It would have some slight funk on it, and I would like, but me and my team of chefs at that time, really new in the restaurant industry, this is talking about 11 years ago, would not understand what is actually going through, what's actually going on. So what I decided to do was, so when I cooked the beef and when we did it, there was a bit of funk, and we found out, okay, so why is it a bit funky in smell? And we were told that, oh, it's been wet aged. And so then after a little bit more research and trying to understand and really deep diving, I found that, you know, in order to make sure that we have the best possible produce, we need to really get to know where the beef comes from, what the beef is about, and really understand our product, what we're really putting into our mouths. Because if we're going to eat it right, or else don't eat it at all. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips that's going to save you the heartache that happened to me, and this happened consecutively, you know. And sometimes it's not even the salesperson that understands. Sometimes it goes so far down the line, a group of people not understanding a particular thing leads to a lot of confusion for people. So I'm going to share with you a couple of simple tips. And it's just so simple, it may seem a bit funny, but I'm just going to share with you, right? The first thing about beef, the very first thing, you want to pick it up. You want to be able to go to your butcher and you want to be able to sniff test. It is a little bit hard to do. Your butcher may find it a little bit weird, but they will understand, because this is a test that we do it a lot of times. Is the very fresh beef has no smell. There is no funky smell. There's no strong smell that comes about. So you need to do the sniff test. Second test is called it's whether you can snap your fingers test, which is really important. So you want to touch the beef, you want to put your fingers on the beef, and are you able to snap your fingers? That is really, really important. So Victor, if you can pan down, show them the types of beef, and what I want you to see is there should be a glistening shine. The skin should be glistening, no green things coming around. It should really have all the nice red marks, and there should not be anything brown or very discolored or oxidized or anything like that. And that's really, really crucial to make sure that you're getting the perfect cut of beef. So if you see something discolored, if you see something very discolored, gone greenish in color, the greenish part does not mean that it's bad. If you can do the snap finger test and you smell it and it's good, it means it's still good. If it is slightly oxidized, meaning the hemoglobin, there's a little bit of change in it, it doesn't mean the beef is bad. But the sniff test and the slime test will be able to give you a very good indication. However, if it is dry aged, there will be a little bit of funk to it. It will almost start to be like a blue cheese sort of a thing. So it's really, really important that you understand these tips and tricks about your beef. So just to recap, when buying beef, you want to make sure you do the slime test. be able to snap your fingers, and this is even with gloves. So this means it's extremely fresh. The second thing is the sniff test. You want to smell. No, can you imagine? There is no funky aroma, there's nothing. So this means that it's good. Third thing, in the vacuum, you want to make sure that there's no leaks. Leaks means you see like blood, or it's not actually, but it's all the juices and liquid on the side. If you see that, that is not really a good cut of beef to buy. So the packet needs to be transparent in color. It needs to be tightly vacuumed where you can see just the red. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. If you see this, that's good. You don't want to buy things with the leaks inside, because the bacteria content is growing inside there, and that is going to contaminate your beef, and you can't make things like beef tartare. You can't cook stuff medium rare or rare, because you're probably going to get food poisoning. It's extremely important that you ask these tips and questions. Ask your butcher, get to know where their products come from. Ask them questions, because this will surely save you a lot of times having a tummy upset, a lot of heartache when you serve this meat to your guests and they eat and there's some funky smell when you do it medium rare. You don't want to go through the pain that I went through. So please listen. This is the reason why we made this video, and the reason why we come to an establishment like the food company, and we're really passionate, and I love the team. They're really passionate about what they do, and it's really important you ask these questions. A good butcher will not be afraid to answer any of your questions. So this is Navin Karu. We're signing out at the Food Revolution. I hope these tips and tricks have helped you like they've helped me. I'll see you soon. If you have any comments or anything that I've said that you have no understanding about, or you want to ask more, leave your comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Signing out, Navin Karu. Love.